Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to be cleaning a Fujitsu mini split outdoor condenser coil. I have 5 of these to clean today, so we're going to show you the steps that you need to clean at least one. First off, we're going to turn off the indoor units. Then we're going to flip the circuit breaker to disable any energy going to the indoor and outdoor units so that we're working in a safe environment. Tools that you're going to need: a Phillips number 2 driver, a container to put your fasteners into, some cleaning solution. I like wearing gloves and having some water since we're going to be outside. You're also going to need a garden hose. In order to remove the top panel, we're going to need to remove 2 fasteners on the right hand side. There are 2 on the front and then 2 on the left hand side. There are no fasteners on the back. Once the fasteners are removed, we grab the handle that's on the left-hand side and just lift up. If you're lucky, it'll come up really easy. If not, it'll be a little stubborn and you'll have to convince it by moving it around until it comes loose. When removing the lid, don't be surprised if you find things living in there. In our case, we came across some hornets that had to be removed. This brace needs to be released. 1 fastener right here. This metal bracket catches into this frame, so that has to be lifted up and out. We have fasteners here, 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 and here. Nothing on this side. And then there's one more. Oh, there was one right there that's missing. At this point, you've removed 7 fasteners, but unless you remove number 8, you won't be able to take off the side panels. On the left-hand panel, up at the upper right side of it, you'll see 1 final fastener. It attaches to a bracket and goes into the fins. It's not a pointed fastener. Remove that fastener. All that remains is lifting up on the back side of the left-hand panel and then just peeling back the entire front panel and moving it out of the way. To remove the fan, which I would recommend, it's an 8mm, and you turn righty to loosey, not righty-tighty. With the nut removed, fan simply slides out. Note the spindle has a flat side right here, and that will align with the fan. So you see on the fan there's a little arrow that points to the hole. I'll align that flat side with that arrow and it should just slide on. With the covers off, you can either use a leaf blower or a brush just to get rid of the stuff that's just nice and loose so that it doesn't get wet and clogged up in places. Don't forget the spider webs. When washing, this is the area you don't want to wet. This is all your electronics. So it's best to cover this with maybe some plastic sheeting or old garbage bags, just so you protect that from overspray. With product in hand, we just start spraying. Start at the top. The spray will travel through the fins towards the bottom, and that's fine. That means it's trying to get into all the fins, and that'll help clean the unit even better. Don't forget to do the outside, as that's where all the gunk comes in, because it's sucked in to the fins from the exterior. Again, just gently spray all of the coil and go all the way to the back side until you've saturated both back and the inside. Once the solution has had 3 to 5 minutes, come in with a garden hose and rinse it off. Now, Simple Green says that it's self-rinsing. I just like getting the chemical off of whatever I put it on, so I'm going to rinse the interior and exterior of the fins. I'm going to avoid this part of it. There's no reason to get water all over this, but I will come into the back of this unit and rinse all that off around the motor and up in here. You don't have to worry about the motor. It's outdoors, so it's sealed. But yeah, rinse everything off and then you should be in good shape. And while I'm cleaning the condensers, the missus is cleaning all the panels. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, why bother? Nobody can see the inside. But, you know, we had hornets and we had spiders and other pests that were living in there. So we get it nice and clean so that when they move back in, they have a nice place to move into. Hopefully you can see a difference between when we started and now. It's a lot cleaner. And just using that solution and some water, that really does it. By the way, the reason I take off the fan and clean it out is the fans are balanced, and as they accumulate gunk and pollen and whatever, they could get off balance, so they could cause noise and vibration. And you know, you take it off, you wash it down, and you clean all the gunk off of it, and then it's balanced again, and it's going to be a little bit quieter and more efficient than before. So at this point, all we have left to do is to put the exterior cladding back on. To reassemble the unit, we get the front panel, and it has these tabs on it, and they go into these slots that are here. And you don't go straight on, you come in at an angle, so you line those up, and then you kind of just drop it down, and now this will pivot close. Then we go to the other side, and over here again we have those 4 tabs. Here's your side panel. Up has this dent in it, which is going to catch up here. So all we have to do is just, again, at an angle, slide that in there, and it will, if you pull up on the side panel, it'll lock in here. And now what you're going to do is you're going to wrap the side panel towards the back, and there's a leg here, and this leg has to catch on the inside of this curve. So let's see if I can show you that. Just like that. And the way you'll know it's caught is it doesn't pull out. So we do have to make sure that this supporting bracket comes up and locks onto the front. And then when you go to put in a fastener, it'll go into that hole. That'll lock this part of the unit together before we even put the lid on it. So here's that flat fastener that we talked about. And now I'm just going to move this side panel until I see the hole and that lines up. And at this point, I'm just going to drive it enough so that it's there. But I want to leave it loose enough so that when I go to put in the other fasteners, I can have some movement so I can align the holes to where the fasteners need to go into. Once we're done with the left side, we're going to come to the center panel, and the support bracket that goes on top needs to be secured. Make sure these tabs are going over the front. And again, I'm just going to leave them a little loose right now. So this is the third fastener that's easy to forget about. Front of the unit. It generally takes a flat one. But if somebody's put in a pointed one, that might work too. And again, just leave it kind of loose for now. We'll batten everything down once we get all the other fasteners in. So once you get the 3 tricky fasteners in, then it's 2 on the side panel. Coming to the front, you have 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. We're going to tighten everything down now, including this, and our tricky one over there. Then we'll get the cover. With the top cover, there's a handle on one side that's always going to be on your left when you're looking at this unit. We have 2 fasteners that go on the left side. 2 on the front and 2 on the right side. The tricky part is when we come over to the unit, there's these holders for the back screen, and you just got to make sure that they're on there. So what I do is I come in from the back side and then come over it and squeeze and nudge until it drops into place. And at this point, we can put in our 6 fasteners. I had a total of 5 units that I did today. You can do about 2 and a little bit with each of the bottles. So I had some left over, so between 2 full bottles and maybe a quarter bottle, I was able to do all 5 units. We restore power. We've taken the unit apart, cleaned it, polished it up a little bit. Yes, I put car wax on the top of the unit so that it gets protected. So in 1 or 2 years when I come back, whatever grinds up here is really easy to take off. So any car wax will do with that. If you like and learned something from this video, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, join our subscription team. And as always, thank you ever so much for watching.